You need to believe that everything you need exists and that all you need to do is find it.
One look and I breathe.
Hey beauty queens, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Kim, your favorite yachty gal. If you are new here, do not be a stranger. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, also that you turn on the notification so you do not miss a beat. Okay, I am a licensed master cosmetologist. I specialize in luxury hair extensions. I also specialize in bridal hair and makeup, and I am in a season of giving, y'all. I am really on a mission to kind of pour out everything that I have learned in the last decade being in this industry, really helping like upcoming or even seasoned professional to just like better ourselves. You know what I mean? I'm on a growth journey and I love community. So if you want somebody to be like kind of an accountability partner to really just learn and grow with, then definitely hit that subscribe button. All right, in today's video we're gonna be really tackling how to plan for success as a beauty professional. I'm sorry if my voice sounds strange, but y'all, I have been filming all morning and I feel like I'm kind of losing my voice, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm really making the effort to be consistent for myself this year and just for my business and for you guys, because you know, I just committed to telling y'all I'm gonna help you and be your accountability partner, all that good stuff. So it's really not fair for me to say all of that and then show up when I feel like it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, but I am so tired and so hungry. But anyways, all that aside, we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. So we've been working on a series on this channel about like how to really plan for success as a business professional. The first video I shot was like 5 crucial habits or tips to really help scale your business for maximum success. In that video I shared, of course, the 5 tips, and then I promised that I would break each tip down in separate videos. So this is one of the tips in that video. I talked about, you know, deciding if you wanted to be a career or a hobby stylist, which I already filmed that video. It should also be up in that series as well. So if you haven't seen it, you don't have to watch them in order, but I'm filming them in order, so if that helps, I mean, you may want to watch that, but either way it'll all make sense regardless of what order you watch it in. So today's video we're going to talk about, once you've made that decision, hey, I'm gonna be a career stylist, now it's time to put pen to paper. It's time to plan. Okay, what is the plan? How are we gonna get there? And that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. All right, the first thing I want to just tell you right off rip is that when you are planning for success as a beauty professional, you need to always be ready to pivot. This industry is always changing. Nothing stays constant. I mean, the beauty industry, fashion industry, hair industry, I mean, y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen it. Unless you are a literal toddler, in which I don't even know why you'd be watching this video, then you have definitely seen trends come and go in the beauty industry. You've seen periods of where, oh, like everybody's advertising this now, everybody's doing this, and you can tell when things are trending, not just like as far as fashion and stuff, but even like marketing things. You know, we know in 2016 it was the era of beauty gurus online. Everybody was online learning how to do makeup and all that good stuff. And this year we are in a self-care journey, and people are sharing like how to level up your life, how to change your life, how to basically transform yourself, right? We're all in an era of growth, and you'll notice, you know, it's trendy. It's what everybody's talking about. If you're trying to grow yourself right now, now is a perfect time, because everybody is sharing tips and tricks of how you can level up yourself, right? So you need to not kind of like hold fast onto like what you think you know, because you may definitely know what you know, but the industry that's always moving, you do not want to be left behind because you're so stuck on what you feel like is a strategy you've come up with. Like, yes, it may be a winning strategy today, but in 5 years, if you're still doing the same thing when the industry has kind of shifted in a different direction, you just might be stuck, feeling lost, like, geez, why is it not working? This always worked for me. This has been, you know, my go-to thing that always has me booked and busy. But I mean, people just aren't feeding into that anymore. Going right along with that, we're gonna go into tip number 2, which is make a plan and 2 backup plans. Okay, we will have to, like I said, be ready to pivot and shift at any given time. But if you do not have a backup plan, a plan B, a plan C, then what's gonna happen when you are hit with a curveball, or the plan that you have made that you were so sure was gonna be successful is not actually doing what you wanted it to do? You're gonna feel so stuck and so lost. You're gonna end up with a setback. You're gonna waste so much time, 1, feeling sorry for yourself, and then 2, then trying to think, okay, well, what do I do now? Because I mean, I never thought about the possibility of plan A not working out. Now you can save yourself time, but when you think of plan A, be like, yeah, this is the ultimate goal, but if this is not doing what I needed to do within X amount of time, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate this, or we're gonna completely switch to doing this. And if that don't work, we're gonna do this. Okay, like, this is the end all be all. If all else fails, this is what we're gonna do. That saves you from having pretty much like a business panic attack. It doesn't matter what curveball is thrown your way, you're gonna be prepared for it regardless, because you've already came up with a sort of like worst case scenario solution. So if you are hit with the worst case scenario, you're calm and collected because you are prepared for it and you have a plan in place. So you're not going to be wasting time kind of like lingering on, oh, why didn't this work, or da, 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 you know, the pity party. You could just skip right over that and just be like, all right, so this is where we're at. We're just going to go ahead and proceed with plan C. When you're planning for success for your business, one of the things you definitely want to make sure that you're including in your plan is that you want to think like location. Where are you targeting? Are you going to be working in Savannah? Are you going to want to kind of like target people in LA? What about New York? You know, what part of New York? You know, in every area, Atlanta, like there's Midtown Atlanta, and I'm not from Atlanta, so I don't really know, but you know, there are different areas in every city, so you have to be like as specific as you can be of who you are trying to target and like what location, right? And that will help you, for one, like when you create your marketing or whatever. Maybe you're running a radio ad or you're handing out flyers, but you're not handing them out all over the city. You're targeting this area because you know that you want people that are in this area, right? You should also think about, you know, who's your target audience. I think I said that a little bit briefly, but yeah, you should think about who's your target audience. And just like with location, you have to be specific here, okay? Who is this girl? Is she a girl? Is she a guy? Is she old? Is she young? Not old, but you know, like what age range is she in? Like me, I know based on my numbers and just everything, I definitely target people sort of in my age range. Now I just turned 30, so my target audience has always been like in the 24 to 35 age range. Also, I'm able to market because my next I guess target audience right under that is actually people just in the age range a little bit younger, so 18 to I think 24. And that's because even though I am a little bit more mature, I am definitely flexible. I know how to fit in. If I'm talking to a more mature crowd, I know how to hold my own. If I'm hanging with the youngins, I know how to not show up and be acting like an auntie, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm a little bit flexible, but definitely I know that my target audience is always going to be that 24 to 35 until maybe I get a little bit older. But even then, I think that will still be my target audience. And that's the kind of people that I attract. And then alongside with that, you're going to want to figure out, once you know who the target audience is, the location, all that good stuff, you're going to think, okay, now how? How are you going to market yourself to these people? Like, what marketing strategy are you going to use? Is it going to be word of mouth? I know, like, for example, like the real BB Judy. She is great with marketing strategies. I think the other day I saw she like rented out like a ton of buses that were wrapped in her kaleidoscope logo, and she had like a bunch of dancers, all kind of stuff. She had girls whose hair was done up, all kind of stuff. Like, mind you, she lives in Atlanta, so you kind of do have to do a little bit much to stand out, because Atlanta is just crawling with stylists, and you know, you gotta set yourself apart. And I saw that, I was like, man, she is so good at this. Like, and I went to one of her classes last year. Well, not classes, it was what was it? Well, yeah, I went to one of her Judy Drops Knowledge last year, and she is a marketing genius. She definitely has a marketing team, but still, like, she has this like under her belt. So I wasn't surprised when I saw that on my timeline, but I definitely was like, wow, like, she got it. So do the same thing for your business. Like, when you think, okay, I'm gonna sell hair, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, think, okay, how do I want to advertise myself? Am I focusing on social media? Am I gonna just crush it on social media? Or am I gonna be an in-person person, you know, go out, hand out flyers, be personable? Am I gonna, you know, go buy myself a cute little drink at a certain place, or go have coffee at a certain place that I know the people that I'm looking for is at, and just meet people? Just like, what is gonna be your strategy? Are you running a radio ad? Are you gonna be on some podcast? Maybe just whatever it is, you know, just figure out how you want to market yourself, and then come up with, you know, your marketing campaigns and stuff. The next step is that you have to set annual, quarterly, and monthly goals for yourself. These all will very much feed into each other. So when you set your annual goal, right, this is where at the end of 12 months, next year this time, I want to be here. Now, when you look at this, if you just set a goal for yourself, a futuristic goal, and that's not just in business but in life in general, and it's so not just broad, but it's a big goal because it's the end goal, right? You are 9 out of 10 times likely to not actually achieve that goal, because you're gonna be so overwhelmed by the actual like end goal, and it seems like a little bit out of reach if you are just looking with your eye fixed on the end goal. What you need to do is make micro plans that will get you there, right? So when you have this end goal, then you're going to break this down. In order to make this happen, what 3 or 4 things do I need to do that's going to allow this to happen, right? So let's say your goal is to make $10,000 in a month, right? Then you can say to yourself, okay, well, in the first 3 months, I want to be consistently making $2,000 a month. Then in the 6 months, so you're halfway there, you're thinking, okay, I want to be able to be making at least $5,000 by that point. Then in the third quarter, you start thinking, all right, I want to be making maybe around like $7,000 to $8,000 at that point. And then you are well on your way to, at the end of the year, your fourth quarter, to be able to make that $10,000 happen. But if you start off right away just thinking, I want to make $10,000 every month, and you're not like shooting at a smaller goal first to be like, okay, I want to make at least $2,000 this month, then you're gonna get overwhelmed and discouraged when you realize, dang, like I'm not even making like $1,000. Like, how am I gonna make $10,000 in a month if I'm not even like barely making $1,000? And then alongside with that, once you set those smaller quarterly goals, then you get into your monthly goals. So how you say, all right, the first quarter you want to be able to consistently make $2,000, $2,500 or whatever per month. Then you're gonna think, okay, well then each month, maybe the first month will be a little bit slow. You are making maybe like $1,000. You do the math in your head to be like, how many clients do I need to have to be able to consistently make $2,000 in a month? And then you start thinking, okay, well, if this week I noticed I only had X amount of clients, I only made X amount of dollars, how can I get 1 extra client? How can I get 2 extra clients? You know what I mean? Do I need to offer this service and that service? How about a bundle deal where maybe I can knock out like half of that goal or offer just 1 client by pairing things together that clients never realize, hey, if you get this, you need this. And then boom, just like that, you've made 2 sales in 1, right? Whatever your strategy is gonna be, you just need to be intentional about it and make them small enough where they're achievable, okay? Break it down as many times as you want. Even within the monthly goal, If you want to break it down into daily goals, you can do that. If you want to make it a step-by-step each day to be like, hey, if I start my day off with making a post right away and doing this and doing that, going to comment on a bunch of this, the third, so I can draw a lot of people to my page. By doing that, I realize that I get a lot more eyes on me and I'm getting the clients in, I'm bringing the attention to my page. Then you do that. Like, make it as simple as possible for you to feel like, oh yeah, I can do that. That's the goal. If when you hear the goal, it doesn't feel simple enough for you to be like, oh yeah, I can do that, then you need to dumb it down a little bit more. If it still sounds like, ooh, I don't know, like I would love to do that, but I don't really know, then it's just too much. It's just too much and you're gonna be overwhelmed. Alrighty guys, we're gonna get into the next tip, and this is one that's scary for so many people because we don't ever want to talk about the dollar signs. We do not want to talk about money, but that is just a reality that if you are trying to plan for success in your business, you need to focus on the finances. You got to get down to the meat and potatoes. That's just the bottom line. Nobody is running a business because they do not want it to be profitable, okay? And in order to be profitable, you need to know, first of all, where you stand and just what your financial goals are. And you need to know where the money is going out to. So there are several little umbrellas under finances that you need to plan for a business. And I broke it down into 4 categories. I'll probably definitely do a video talking about like the financial side of things, but you're gonna have business operations. You are gonna spend probably majority of your income that comes in from this business in running the business, like paying for the website, paying for the materials to work, anything that you need in order to make this business operational. That is what operational finance is. Pretty much, it's like self-explanatory. The second thing you're going to want to think about is advertising. So you're going to spend most of your money on operations, then you're going to have advertising because you need to be able to get people in. So you have to have a budget for advertising, whether it's just Facebook ads or it's you print out X amount of cards per month and you try to make it your goal to be like, hey, I hand out so many cards in a day or whatever. You have to budget for that. Buying these cards cost me X amount, times that by however many months in a year or whatever. However you need to do it, you need to be able to budget for that, right? And then education. If you want your business to grow, you need to be growing. So if you are at this level right now and you see a class maybe of somebody who is just doing their thing, like doing their big one, and you're like, wow, I would love to take this girl's class, I would love to do a one-on-one with her, or there's a course that's being offered and you're like, I would love to do that, and you see that by adding that class and that skill, that credential to your under your umbrella, it will help the business to grow, then you need to budget that in. You need to think, okay, yes, it might be expensive, but if I do take this step to educate myself, to invest in my education, then I'm going to be able to add so much more value. I will be able to raise my prices confidently without, you know, just seeming money hungry. Oh, it's a new year, hey, it's January, we're doing a price increase, but you offering the same stuff you offered last time, and your skills don't even look better than they did then. So why are you raising your prices? You know what I mean? But when clients can definitely see that, hey, listen now, like the prices might be going up, but oh girl, you cannot doubt that she is it right now. She is just top of the line. She knows what she's talking about. They will spend their money, whatever it costs. If you're showing them that there is value in it, they will pay for it. And then the last thing, as far as under the financial bracket, is saving. You need to be prioritizing saving as well under your business, just for the simple fact of, like, for example, if later on your goal is to have a salon or to be able to really scale your business, to expand, that's gonna cost money. And yes, investors are available, especially when you can show consistency and show that, hey, my business is making money, we're profitable, I make about X amount per month. Businesses definitely do look for little small businesses to invest in so they can make their money back, but you will have so much more options if you also have money set aside, right? You're looking for a salon space and you're not just at the mercy of whoever will give you this money, because you're thinking, well, I already got like 30,000 saved up, I got like 20,000 saved up. You know that in the next year or two you want to expand out of the suite and get into a bigger salon space and possibly even hire your own stylist, your own employees, and all of that stuff, you need to think what it will take to get that goal done, and you need to start setting money aside. Even if you don't know what you're saving towards, every career stylist should be thinking futuristically, so you should still be saving money, because something is going to come up one day where you know, oh, I want to do this, and already having that money set aside is just going to be a game changer. Another tip to grow or to gain success in the beauty industry is to plan personal and business branding. Okay, so you want to always think about, from the outside looking in, how do people see your business, right? You want to create a clear strategy where people know that once they see a thing, even before they see you, they could not see you in it at all. It could be that they're just seeing your hands, but just the way how the video is shot, the way how the information is being put across, the way how the work looks, or maybe it's a cake with your logo on it, whatever it is that you are doing, people need to be able to just clearly differentiate, oh, that's Kim's work, oh, that's such and such. And I follow a lot of people right now, they do so well with their branding that honestly I could see on another page, you know, like a lot of these pages will repost stylists and stuff like that. I can look and be like, oh, that's such and such, and then I click it and yeah, they tag, you know, the stylist, and I'm like, yeah, I knew that was her stuff, because they do so well with branding. And branding, I made sure that I clarified personal and business, because personal branding and business branding, they go together but they're not the same. Okay, so personal branding is going to be, for example, there's a girl that I follow, she's a hairstylist and she has pink hair. You probably already know who I'm talking about. She makes a ton of like hair and makeup artist videos, and once I see that pink hair, I know who it is, you know what I mean? And I also know kind of like what the video is gonna be about and what it's gonna look like, right? And yeah, it's just, that's her brand that she has created. And if she came on the video tomorrow in red hair, so many people will probably not even recognize her, because they're not even paying attention to what she actually looks like. They just know that they have associated her with that pink hair, and it is her branding strategy. Same with people with like ginger hair, whatever. It's their signature color, it's their signature style. It's, they always dress this way, they're always wearing this. Maybe you have a uniform, maybe you have a specific thing that you wear with your logo on it. People know that when they see you in it, it don't matter how many times you change your hair, as long as they see that thing that is consistent, that is what branding is, consistency, then they know that, oh yeah, that's such and such a stuff. You know what I mean? Same with on the business side, is however you repeatedly show up for your business. So for example, if you have a studio and you have a logo in the back or whatever, or you're doing a YouTube video, for me, for example, for this series, this could be an example of branding. If I film 40 videos standing right here in the same spot in my bathroom, then once the video is going on, or I have the same intro every single time, you could be in the kitchen washing dishes and YouTube starts playing one of my videos, you will know just by the logo, by by the intro, by the song that is playing. I know Kyra Amanique, I know Aaliyah J, Aaliyah's face, like Jackie Aina when she had that Jackie. Like, we all know these things because that is branding. It's a thing that you can associate specifically with a company, right? And when Jackie stopped singing her song, people actually missed it. They were like, girl, I missed that little Jackie. You know, you did like a little dance with her in the beginning. And that's what she did. Just like, you know, Peyton Charles, whoever, like when she has her intro song and all of that, I'm singing along because I know it. You know what I mean? And yeah, now the next thing that I will talk about as far as to create success is consistency. First of all, consistency will help you to clearly create a branding for yourself. So for example, I just mentioned me shooting all my videos right here. If I film right here today and then tomorrow I'm kind of like laying in my bathtub filming a video, and then another video I'm like sitting on my couch, and then I'm sitting at my dinner table, I'm in my kids' room one day or whatever, it's not consistent enough for people to be able to just know what they're gonna get and to associate a brand with me, right? If I change up my look every single time I come on here, they're not gonna be able to be like, oh yeah, that's Kim. You know what I mean? Like, it's too confusing, and people don't like confusion. So yeah, create like a whole thing how you want it to look, and it does not have to be exactly spot on. She always wears her hair like this, she always wears the same top, she always like is standing the same way, and she always is drinking the same drink. But if it's even one or two things that you're like, these two things are in every single video, people will be able to know that's her brand because she consistently does it. Also, aside from just branding, consistency is necessary for success in a business, because if you are not consistently showing up for your business, people will not consistently show up for you. You will not see consistent results. Your finances will not be consistent, and just every single thing we talked about earlier will not be consistent. You'll be able to see more of it in the times where you're showing up more, and in the times where you're not showing up at all, you're gonna be like, oh, I had a really sucky month, like things were just kind of really down. But then when you look at it, you're like, oh, I barely even showed up to work. You know what I mean? If you take a vacation in the summertime, you know that, hey, during the summer I am gonna be broke. I don't have much money coming in or whatever. You're not gonna have a lot of people looking at what you're posting because you're not posting anything. So yes, consistency is key. And then that brings me to the very last tip for success as a beauty professional, or any professional at all, is to equip yourself with the right people and tools to achieve said success. Y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck here. This is 2024, and there's so much free information online. It's just unacceptable for you to be sitting around making excuses for yourself why you cannot achieve the things that you want. You set a goal for yourself and you're like, oh, but I don't have the money to go to school, or oh, but you know, this person's doing that because they have access to this or that, or they can do this, or she has a mentor. So okay, there's so many people online who are in the professional space that you want to get in, that are sharing like their experience, they're sharing tips and all of that. That is the same as having a mentor. No, you may not be able to have access to this person to like call them and ask them for personal advice, or have them cheering behind you every step that you take, but you do have access to the information. If it is even finding a book from people in that profession that is trying to guide you, lay out steps, hey, these are the steps of how to that is a guide for you. That is a tool. You know what I mean? You need to surround yourself with people that are going to motivate you, going to hold you accountable, that are going to really be beneficial to you as far as achieving these goals. If you're around people that are causing you to be distracted and wasting your time, then you have to hold yourself accountable here. You can't say that you want to constantly show up for your business or film videos or whatever, but yet still you're hanging around people that's constantly inviting you out to go do things. And I mean, that's cool, but it's just like, okay, well, if you out all the time, where's the time gonna come from for you to film? Where's the time gonna come from for you to edit? Like, you obviously not posting videos consistently because you're all over the place. You're not dedicated. You're not dedicated enough, and that is sadly the truth of the matter for why a lot of people have not achieved success yet, is because they are just stuck in the phase of like making excuses for themselves, and just a big old pity party that's just not going anywhere. If you feel like, dang, I really wish I had a community of like-minded people around, man, if you don't go make your own community, like, let me tell you something. Separate and aside from business, I'm on a spiritual walk right now, and I've really felt very lonely because I'm in the period of like solitude, if you will. And while God's working on me and everything, and I appreciate it, and you know, so many things are coming to light for me. I'm on my therapy journey, just so much, like going through so many changes, you know, shadow work and all that. But it's lonely because a lot of the people I used to hang out with, I realized, okay, well, if I want to change, I cannot be around the same people, because it's only going to encourage me to be hanging out on a Friday night, staying out till 6 a.m. or just doing things I got no business doing, and that's not serving me. You know what I mean? And realizing I had to make that change was great. It was liberating, but then I was like, okay, well, now I got no friends. I have nobody to hang out with. If I have business questions or just anything at all, I got nobody to call. I know that if I call this girl, I mean, she'll pick up, but she's just gonna be gossiping the entire time. You know what I mean? So it felt like, gosh, I just really wish I had my own like tribe. And it's something I prayed for sure. Like, Lord, I know when it's time, you're gonna send me my own, like, you know, like people that's gonna help propel me just spiritually and just in business, just everything. You're gonna send me everybody that I need to be in my life. And that is a prayer that you can pray for sure if you feel like you need help with finding the right people to be around. But out of nowhere, y'all, this could be an answered prayer or whatnot, but I found Facebook pages. I'm in like 3 Facebook pages now of like Christian girls. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I love that, because I'm not a Bible thumper, but I post about God all day long on my page. And then not everybody's Christian, and sometimes I do get pushback from people who's like, this is so annoying. So it is definitely so freeing. And just it feels so much better to know that, hey, this is a group of people who also love the same thing that I love. They love God just as much as I do. And I can post here and be like, hey guys, I'm feeling discouraged, or hey guys, I need y'all to pray for me for da-da-da. And it'll be so many people flocking to the comments to just share scripture, to encourage, all the same stuff. Likewise, I'm in so many makeup artist pages, I'm in hairstylist pages, I'm in community pages. Y'all, I'm in so many groups on Facebook. I think I'm at least in like 40 something groups, and I find a group for everything. Like once I realized that there are so many groups on Facebook, if there's something that I'm thinking, oh, I wish I knew more people that were into this, I type it in, and if I see a group pop up, I'm like, hey, guess I found it. And you go in a group, and if you feel like based on the thread or whatever, the post, the way people interact, or some groups I realize they're not as interactive, like people make posts all day long but then there's nobody commenting or anything, like there's nothing going on, it's just people just posting stuff, then after time I'll usually probably just like exit that group, like delete it, and then just join another one. And you just keep going until you find what you need. You know what I mean? There is just no excuse. And like I said, between the internet, these pages, and all of that, you will definitely be able to find everything that you need. You need to believe that everything you need exists, and that all you need to do is find it. If you feel like these things are inaccessible to you, then one, you won't even be looking for it, because you already told yourself that it's just not out there for you, and you will not find it. It is just too far out of reach, versus just thinking, okay, it's there, I just need to get it. It's a different kind of mindset, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm not going to talk your ear off. That is it for this video. I am done filming today, so round of applause for myself for being consistent today. And yes, whoo, huge round of applause. Anyways, y'all, if you're enjoying this series and want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button. Do not leave without sharing your thoughts about this video with me. If you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, just let me know in the comments, because I mean, while it's not gonna be my catapult to keep going, because I've made the resolve, I'm gonna show up anyways, even if I'm not having an audience behind me cheering for me. It does definitely help, especially knowing like a direction. Like if y'all are enjoying a certain type of content or a certain tip and you want me to elaborate on it, definitely do not be afraid to ask. A closed mouth does not get fed, and this is the season of claiming everything that is out there for you. If you want something, you can take it. So yes, my loves, I will see you in the next one. Bye.